Hello, so I hope everyone had a good Christmas and a happy New Year's, and welcome back to the allotment series. So last time we was here, me and my girlfriend managed to clear out all the brambles on the allotment, and we've got a nice big pile of them here, and they're drying out ready to be burnt at a later date. And I also asked a question last episode as well on what type of fencing should I put in between my side and the neighbour's side. So you guys did give me a lot of good suggestions on fencing that we could do to separate my side from next door's. But the most popular opinion was to actually leave the fence for now and concentrate on removing everything from the allotment first to have it a clean slate, and then worry about the fences afterwards. But don't worry, your suggestions on what we should do with the fence won't go to waste, but we'll do it once we know the allotment is sorted and actually ready for the fence to be built. So not only are we going to leave the fence alone for now, there was another very popular comment on something we should do to try and stop the brambles from the other side encroaching onto our side, and that is to clear some of the brambles from next door. So what this actually means is we've got ourselves a nice little buffer zone, but all it does mean is I've now got to do a bit of work onto someone else's allotment to try and save all the brambles growing on mine. But it doesn't matter, I don't mind it, and it shouldn't take us too long to clear a nice path all the way down here, because we have kind of done it already, just going to try and make it a little bit more wider. Right, now that looks a lot better, and we can finally put this tool away as we have now cleared most of the brambles. So now let's see what we're going to be doing today. So my goal for the next couple of days is to try and remove as many roots from the brambles as possible, and also try and remove as many of these things from the ground as I can. Because believe it or not, we have actually got quite a lot of them, and they are probably going to be a lot of hard work to get rid of. So last video I made this fire pit here, and this is going to be used to burn all the brambles once they've dried out. But someone made a comment on the previous video asking, is there a membrane underneath here? And would you believe it, there is. So this discovery might make it a little bit easier for us, and it is because since day one of having this allotment, we knew we had membrane issues. But as you can see here, a simple kick, and we are clearing the top of the soil off and exposing the membrane. And that means once we start clearing the membrane, all the soil underneath is basically all ready to go, apart from the brambles, because they have managed to grow through the membrane into the soil below. So that means even if we do start clearing all the membrane from this area, we still got to clear out the bramble roots. But I was expecting to do that anyway. But this just means it makes the job a little bit more easier, because it means all the stuff on the surface I can hopefully quite easily rake up into one big pile, and then we can start ripping up all the membrane and seeing what's underneath it. So first things first, we're going to have to unfortunately demantle our makeshift bonfire. So now we're going to expose the area and see what we're working with. It does seem to be easier at the moment, literally kicking it off with your boots. It seems to be flying off, where if I use my rake, it kind of gets stuck in the membrane. So I'm starting to notice we're now making some big piles of organic matter, trying to clear this area. As you can see, we're starting to see a lot more membrane underneath. But what I'm going to have to try and do is make a pile, a temporary pile, for this compost material. And I'm thinking of doing it right here. So like I said, this is just going to be a temporary area for now, where we're going to be storing some of this compost material. But we need to see what is underneath this tent. Oh my goodness. That's heavy. It looks like they were using this tent to kill off all these brambles down here. And it looks like they've done so, because it's all dead and dry. Now, what to do with this? Eventually, we will be getting rid of this, because there's no need to have this on the allotment. But for now, let's chuck it on the big pile of brambles that we've got. Let's put some bricks down on her so she won't blow away. And I have found some more bricks on my allotment, so the brick pile continues. So someone in the comment section did recommend putting a sheet over the top of these brambles, as it should keep the brambles dry from the rain and it should help it dry out a lot quicker. Do appreciate the comments, because even stuff like this is actually very handy. So I'm thinking now of clearing these out of the ground, as I know this area has now got no weeds in it at all due to that big sheet we just pulled off. So this now will be a perfect area to store our organic materials. The last time I tried pulling them up, they were a pain. I'm not looking forward to this. That is in there. And we've also got some more rubbish. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Have some of that. Once you loosen the ground up, they're not too bad to come out. Still got to give it a good tug though. Alright, time for the big one. This thing is in there. Just don't want to try and snap my tools. Oh, that is in there. Yeah. Come on. Get out. Yeah. So look how thick that root system is. All of these have all conjoined together to make a unpullable weed. Yes. Yes. Oh. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. That was one of the hardest 30 minutes of my life. Now I was in there for some reason so stupidly hard. So because of that, I think we have now got the perfect excuse, and we're gonna go and upgrade our garden tools. Usually I get my tools from a reuse centre or from a car boot sale, but this time, because of the money I've been donated, I'm actually going to go out and get 2 proper tools that are going to be perfect for the jobs that we're doing. Oh. Alright, we have secured the goods. So thanks to those who have donated, we've managed to get ourselves a little handheld axe and also a mattock. Now, these two items are going to help us out quite a lot, as they're going to help us with the brambles. So although we already have cleared out this area here for our makeshift compost pile, I don't think it's going to be big enough. So our plan is to use our new tools to clear out this bush here, so we've got a bit more room for organic matter. Quite excited, this should help out quite a lot. That's so much easier. Yeah, look at that. That's come out quite well. So we removed this in literally just over 10 minutes, where before it took us almost half an hour. So using that mattock is a time saver and it's so much more easier. But unfortunately, while removing these, I have noticed that there's brambles hidden underneath them. So these here are the first brambles that we're going to be tackling to try and get them out of the ground. To do this job, we're actually going to be using our new axe. But from what I believe, as long as the bramble's crown has been removed from the ground, it should stop it from growing anymore. So let's try this out. So, it looks like this part here is the crown. So all these bits will keep growing off it. As long as we remove these crowns, we shouldn't have a problem. But we've still got quite a lot of them to go through. Okay, so the area is now clear of brambles. So I've made a little pile where I'm going to be putting all the brambles with the crowns for now. I just got to be careful of these, because if I accidentally lose them and they get back into the ground, they could self-root again and then start growing again. So I'm going to try and make a pile here and burn them at a later date. So now that we've got that area cleared up, let's continue what we was doing at the start of the episode and trying to get this membrane out of the way. Also, I've managed to bring a brush in from home, so this should help clearing the membrane a lot easier, because the rake at the moment is getting snagged in it and kicking it all the time is hurting my feet. So I have cleared it as best as I can. And as you can see, I'm guessing the membranes was his path, not for his garden beds. Because you can see he's got a path going up here, path going there, path going here, but there's nothing here, or over there, or there. So I'm assuming these were his grow beds, and the membrane was actually his path. But now for the fun part, let's rip the membrane off. Jeez. Oh my. That is the nerve. Come on. Yes. So this mud has not seen a light of day for a couple of years. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was stopping it from moving. So what's making this more harder to pull up is the fact we've just got loads of brambles just going straight through this membrane. So it is making it a little bit harder to pull off. There we are. That is just underneath it, holding it in place. Come on, last bit. That's better. Yes. Come on. Yes. So that is as far as we're going to go with that. We just know that this side of the allotment, we can follow this membrane back, and there's bound to be more back there. But for now, we'll concentrate on getting this little corner sorted. And now is for the longest part. I've got to try and dig up every single one of these brambles individually and try and get rid of all of them. So unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there for today. As you can see, we're starting to lose daylight and it's starting to get a bit dark, but we have done a lot today. So let's go through and see what we've actually done. So we've cleared this area up here completely and started making a little compost pile. We removed all the membrane from this area here, and we've also removed probably most of the brambles. So the reason why I say probably all of them is because I probably have missed some in the ground, but it doesn't matter. I can come back at a later date to get rid of them. It does look a hell of a lot better now. This is so much more cleared up. But putting up the bonfire is going to have to probably wait until next episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Last episode, we managed to get onto the top 100 of the hype board in the UK. And I think we hit like number 78 or something. The support for the series has been amazing so far. To get up on that leaderboard is just amazing. And if you guys are interested in the tools that I've bought today, I'm going to put them in the description on where you can buy them, because they have been really good. And let's just say next episode, when we've got to try and clear more of the brambles and more of the weeds, they are going to come in very, very handy. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.